don't judge me. I need to do my laundry. I need to fold. I know, but I'll get on to that. Hey everyone, my name is Valentino and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about LIL Nas X and the BET Awards. I was scrolling on Instagram just randomly and all of a sudden an ad pops up. Do you want to go to the BET Awards? And I'm like, why not? Let's see if we can get in. So we fill out the application, you know, add our name, say we're vaccinated, put our IG username, yada yada yada. The next day I get an email talking about send in a picture of your vaccination card to be selected for the audience, right? And I'm like, oh shit, when is the BET Awards? Like, that was a little quick. I look it up and it's like the coming Sunday. Like, it was Monday when I got this email. The coming Sunday, it was the BET Awards. And I'm like, oof. I did not know it was that quick. Like, for me personally, I need to mentally prepare for some shit like that. So 2 days later on Wednesday, they sent me another text message, or a text message this time to really get my attention going. If you want to be in the mosh pit or like this other area, come in, which was downtown, for COVID testing today. And I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. I don't feel like it. I just don't have time. So then the next day, they send me my little BET background, like, access, like a little QR code to show that I'm vaccinated, right? So then on Friday, they finally sent me the confirmation, hey, you've been selected to go to the BET Awards. Maybe I'll add like a little picture here. Like, this is what you need to wear, this is what you need to do, yada, 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 right? Select or send back yes if you are attending. And I looked at the thing and it told me to get there at 11 a.m. I don't know if you don't know me. I'm not an early bird. I'm not that bitch to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym, and then like come home. Like, no. And then it's like, when is the award show starting, right? And then it's like, they were like, there's gonna be no food there, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I know me, and a bitch is gonna get hungry, and when a bitch gets hungry, she gets hangry. So I was just like, forget it, I'm not gonna go. But I don't know, it was kind of weird because that Saturday, I got a message that was like, oh, you've been selected, please reply yes if attending. I don't know if they were having issues filling up the audience or whatever. I even got another one. Tell me why. I got another message, a text message on Sunday, the day of the BET Awards. It was like 2:30, and they were like, oh, you've been selected, send back yes if you are attending. And I'm like, I thought you told me I need to be there at 11 o'clock and you talk about 2:30, send yes if you're attending. Like, if I had known that, I might have actually like made an effort to go. I just wasn't trying to sit there all day just to be in a little piece of selected audience for the BET Awards. Like, no offense to the BET Awards, it's just me and my personality. If I were like 21, then I would have been there. 100%. Got my little vlog and everything, but now I'm an old ass bitch, so it's one day later, and now I'm doing this little video on LIL Nas X's backlash because I feel like it's inevitable, but it's low-key unwarranted. Like, I really can't with the whole hypocrisy and the BS. First, I want to show you this little clip of Adrienne Bailon, or Adrienne Houghton, that's her new name. You know, ex-cheetah girl from The Real. On The Real, she was talking about one of her first experiences for an on-screen kiss. And this was a child-friendly network. And look at her experience.
Okay, so I did this movie for MTV. It's called All You've Got. It was a volleyball movie. Oh, he's with cute. Oh. Yes, he's Filipino, Michael Capone.
Yes. Okay.
He's cute. Yes, and this was my first time ever kissing on camera. Guys, this was the first shot of the movie that I ever did. Sierra was in the scene, and in front of Sierra, I was like a fan of hers, and right in front of her, my first shot ever in the movie was to make out with this guy. I don't know if we have the clip.
Please say we do.
I was doing the most.
Oh my God.
You was doing the most. That's my friend. That's the nation. With an
And it's always that. Why is it when it's a heterosexual situation, then it's always fine. I saw this other meme, maybe I can pull it up, that was like parents talking about gay influences on their children via television shows, but y'all watch The Cosby Show and a couple other shows, and y'all not doctors, y'all not lawyers, y'all not like how homeowners, y'all not college graduates, y'all not married to your baby daddies or your baby parents. And it's just like, it be the same ones. It be the same ones. Okay, I will say, low-key, I don't even want to be negative to Lil Nas X. I will just say, I wish he would have held on to that kid audience and stuck with Billy Ray Cyrus. Maybe, you know, it wasn't a situation where he could have capitalized, or maybe they saw or they told him that they wouldn't go forward with him, like maybe going on a television show or going toward, you know, that area of merchandise and all that sort for children, right? So maybe they told him that and he was like, well, I gotta do something, and now he already came out. But I will say, y'all might hate me for this, but Lil Nas X coming out was not brave whatsoever. Like, honestly, it was the opposite of brave, and I think that's low-key why his career is where it's at now. Because, and hear me out, because not to be a bitch or anything, but it's like Lil Nas X had this song, right? He sampled this country song. He featured Billy Ray Cyrus, you know, the guy, mind you, the man who, when his child reached the age 13, he was able to secure her a show on Disney, a record label, and, you know, all that, to the point where she earned hundreds of millions of dollars before she was 21, right? So he partnered with this guy who clearly has connections within the industry, and he created this song that was no more than 2 minutes, and the radio edit was definitely 2 minutes or under, like even 1 minute and 30 seconds. A little another side tidbit, I was a Lyft driver for 6 months, right? And this song would play so many times. Like, you could play it so many times. It was like, I would drop somebody off and it would play, and then I would pick somebody up and it would play, and then it would play again before I would drop them off, and then it would just play so many times. And you know how these contracts are with like the record spins and everything. So clearly he was getting hella record spins that boosted the song to go to #1 and sustain that #1 spot, right? Look up when Lil Nas X came out. He came out when the song was already at #1 for like 10 weeks or 12 weeks. And so the trajectory was up there, but it was starting to decline, right? So then he came out, and then he was the first out rapper. And obviously the gays are gonna latch onto that, and every mainstream media, oh my God, the first out rapper has a #1, let's push him, stream him. So they streamed him, and the song was, you know, half country, because you remember it was like a debate because they didn't want to allow it at the CMA, the Country Music Awards. So it was like half country, half hip hop. So obviously, like, the two biggest genres in the US right now, like, you know, hip hop is like the biggest genre for teenage white boys, right? And country music, the biggest genre for, like, especially with like pure sales these days, definitely. That's why Carrie Underwood is like the most successful American Idol, you know? So all that to say, he really messed up, because yeah, that secured him that record, but that record doesn't secure you longevity, right? Remember, I Swear, All For One. What's another All For One song? Comment down below another All For One song. If you know, then kudos to you, because I do not. I know I Swear. And that can be him. And when he came back, very overtly sexual, and the homosexuality of senses, it's like people are mad. That's gonna really cut off his main base, which were kids. Parents won't allow him, and, you know, pretty much everybody that knew him, that made him popular before, you know, mainstream kind of latched on. It was like, you traded that all for the gays? The gays are very fickle. So I wish he would have held on to that kid audience for a little bit more. Like up until like 25, he could have secured like a nice bag for those like 5 years. Because what was he, like 18 or 19? I don't even know. I don't know him or have been following his career like that. I'm not really a rap head or whatever. But I feel like we gotta give him a break, like, especially if that's how his personality is in general. It's like, that's how you're gonna want to express yourself to the fullest extent, especially since he has, you know, a good amount of money and a good amount of people backing him to support his projects. He can, you know, express himself exactly the way he wants to express himself. Like, even me, when I first came out, I think like some people, especially from like my college days, like my freshman year of college, I did not go out, you know, on campus or out on the town in New York City without wearing a full face of makeup. Like one of my exes, I took off my makeup one night and he was like, dang, your face is beautiful like that. You don't have to put all that makeup on. I'm just like, whatever. But low-key, the reason why I don't, I mean, obviously, a lot of you see I have a lot of effeminate traits. I mean, now I feel like I more express that with my long hair and whatnot. But more so the reason why I don't dress very effeminate anymore is because people stare at me a lot. And I want to say, I'm like, oh my God, everybody's staring at me. Like, when I'm with people playing... Even back when I was in high school, like I would have mohawks and I like would dye my hair and stuff. And when I shaved all that off, I remember my mom being like, dang, like I thought it was just like, you know, your crazy hairstyles or whatever. But even like with a shaved head and dressed normally, people really stare at you. And then friends like walking down the street with me, like, oh my God, like everybody is staring at us. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you can't handle that, then you can't walk down the street with me. I don't know what to tell you. So I kind of dulled back because people already stared at me. And then I do enjoy working out. So I was becoming more muscular. So me trying to wear these effeminate clothing and being muscular, people would stare. And I'm just like, this is just, especially staring with disgust. Like, staring is okay, but if you staring with disgust, it's a little much. I don't got time for that energy all the time, every day, you know? So I pulled it back. But even me, I mean, if you go back, I may be able to find some pictures or something. I would do full face makeup. I would wear certain things. I think we all have to go through that process. So like, y'all, I swear, these straight, like, these dudes need to calm it down. Nobody, like, your kids will be fine seeing him kiss another guy. They'll be fine. Trust me, they'll be fine. And we have to let people express themselves however they want to express themselves. If you don't like it, don't look at it. Just scroll up. Why do you have to like go out your way to make negative comments? Because you don't know who's looking at that comment. Remember how social media works. A lot of people do things that's so backwards with how social media works. Like I'll see like people post on Rolling Stone and they're like, oh, well, I hate you. You're supposed to be doing this, this, and this. You don't do this anymore. I'm unsubscribing. And it's like, you do realize you're promoting them more in the algorithm, so they might be losing you, but they're adding more people. It's the same thing. It's like you hate this stuff, and instead of scrolling by, you comment how horrible it is and X, Y, and Z, and then you use his name and make all these posts about him that further his name and out there in the algorithm, so more people will find him, especially people that actually do like his stuff. So then it's like you're actually propelling him low key. It's like, make it make sense. If you don't like it, just keep scrolling. Don't do anything. Don't interact with it. And sometimes they'll even have a little pop-up that says, do you like this content? And then you just say, no, I don't want to see this content. And then it disappears. And then Lil Nas X can live his life. And if he sees that his, traffic is starting to dwindle, then he'll do something else for more attention. Like, that's who he is. That's what he's going to be doing. And that's how social media works. So, and that's why I'm making this video, because clearly, as you can tell, my last few videos have been tanking. So I'm trying to do something to boost me in the algorithm. algorithm so new people can see me, and here we are. So comment down below what you guys think. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell next to it, to make sure you're notified every time I post. Don't judge me. I need to do my laundry. I need to fold, I know, but I'll get on to that. Until next time, bye guys. I'm so excited to go eat.